Chevy.com, the convenient way to shop your way anytime.
Tonight, the deadly plane crash, 2 pilots killed. The cargo plane going down in a neighborhood, hitting power lines just after takeoff. We're on the scene tonight. Also this evening, life-threatening cold, blinding snow, and firefighters battling flames in brutal cold. Wind chills below zero from Philadelphia to New York to Boston. The 12-year-old girl who died when a snow fort collapses. And now the new storm we're tracking tonight. Also breaking at this hour, another deadly avalanche, this time in Colorado. Police scanners late today talk of CPR on the mountain. Just days after another avalanche now claiming a second American skier. Day 31 tonight of the shutdown. 800,000 American workers about to miss another paycheck. And tonight, growing alarm at American airports. 10% of TSA workers not on the job, the lines for passengers growing. Tonight, the president's attorney, Rudy Giuliani, making news. What he said about the president's discussions about a planned Trump Tower in Moscow right up through Election Day. The confrontation sparking national outrage, the teens, and a Vietnam War veteran. And now, what's been revealed right beforehand is disturbing, too. United passengers trapped on the tarmac for 16 hours in freezing temperatures. And 2 teams headed to the Super Bowl. But what about that bad call? Tonight, the phone call to the Saints coach. And some people getting their money back. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in his own words tonight.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on this Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. We have a lot of news to get to tonight, and we begin this evening with the deadly plane crash in Ohio. An emergency on board a cargo plane shortly after takeoff, then crashing into a neighborhood not far from the airport and coming very close to homes there. Nearby, broken power lines, the plane clipping them on the way down, knocking out power and phone service. 2 pilots were killed, and ABC senior transportation correspondent David Curley is on the scene in Kidron, Ohio tonight.
The hunt for clues tonight into why this plane suddenly slammed into a quiet Ohio neighborhood within feet of crashing into homes.
There's pieces of debris up against the house and things, and we're very lucky that nothing went through. Very lucky that, that maybe the tree stopped them from going into the house.
It was a World War II-era cargo plane taking off at 9 this morning from an airstrip less than a quarter-mile away, clipping power lines, then smashing into the ground.
Copy, 2 victims checking on life flight.
The victims, the 2 pilots on board, killed. Nobody on the ground hurt, but the images from the scene, chilling.
He was advised it was a large aircraft.
Debris from the 32-seat aircraft scattered. The front end of the aircraft completely torn off.
The fuselage, everything has been torn off. The plane is actually wide open at this point.
I've never felt a force inside the house that strong where it shook the house.
Electricity knocking out power from those clipped power lines, with the bitter cold complicating the recovery effort. This map showing 2 DC-3s parked at the Stolfus airfield, where today's flight originated. This plane, built in 1942, was reportedly en route to the Canton-Akron airport for engine testing.
The DC-3 was a great airplane, but this airplane was 75 years old. It was an antique. And when things are that old, they tend to break, sometimes in catastrophic ways.
So let's get to David Curley. He's with us live tonight from the scene in Ohio. And David, I know the NTSB, the FAA, would normally be sending teams immediately there to investigate, but tonight they're not on their way right away?
They are not at this point. Neither the NTSB nor the FAA are sending teams to investigate this collision and this crash that you see right behind me, David. The reason? The government shutdown. David?
We're going to have more on that in just a moment. David Curley leading us off. Thank you. Of course, all of this playing out in the bitter cold. Power now out at that community David was standing in. But the dangerous cold now extends clear across to the east tonight after a deadly storm. Planes de-iced at Chicago's O'Hare. Some 4,500 flights canceled because of this storm. Whiteout conditions on Highway 74 in Graceville, Minnesota today. And look at this in Queens, New York. Firefighters battling a 3-alarm fire in the bitterly cold temperatures and wind today. They took turns, then racing into a bus to warm up before heading back out. Look at the map tonight. Wind chills below zero in many places, single digits elsewhere. As a new storm now is brewing in the Rockies, it will then head east as well. We have the track. ABC's Stephanie Ramos from Albany, New York tonight.
Tonight, life-threatening wind chills and icy roads as millions dig out from devastating storms. In the Albany area, there is more than a foot of snow.
Snowplow crews have been working round the clock to clear these roads before that snow turns into dangerous ice.
In Queens, New York, firefighters battling this 3-alarm fire in howling wind. It felt like negative 17 degrees.
They're still blasting the building with water, and of course, it's freezing virtually on contact.
3 firefighters and 1 other person injured. Outside Philadelphia, dead batteries sidelining drivers.
Can you believe it? A battery would stop your day completely.
This driver outside Boston couldn't stop Sunday, sliding down a hill. Over the weekend, the southern side of the storm spawning an EF2 tornado in Alabama. Winds up to 130 miles an hour. This dog rescued from an icy lake outside Cincinnati. And near Chicago, a tragic accident.
12-year-old female, cardiac arrest.
2 girls, 9 and 12 years old, digging a snow fort, and then it collapses. The older girl did not survive.
And Stephanie Ramos joins us tonight from Rensselaer, New York. And Stephanie, I know it felt like 30 below there this morning, you were telling us. And now tonight the sun is down, the wind's picking up, and that can only mean one thing.
Absolutely, David, and there's still plenty of snow to clean up here. It is dangerously cold, and it's going down to minus 24 degrees with the wind chill. In temperatures like that, frostbite can develop in just 30 minutes. David.
All right, get back indoors. Stephanie, our thanks to you. Another breaking headline late today. Another deadly avalanche, this time in Colorado. At least 1 man is dead tonight. And it comes as we learned the avalanche in Taos, New Mexico just days ago has now claimed another life. ABC's Clayton Sandell on this newest rescue effort in Colorado tonight.
In the backcountry near Aspen, Colorado tonight, a deadly avalanche 400 feet wide and 200 feet long.
I came across the scene of an accident. It's not my party. There was an avalanche burial dug up. CPR in progress.
One person traveling with a group was trapped. Despite rescue efforts, the person did not survive. In the last 10 days, avalanches across the West have trapped 10 people, killing 4. 2 skiers, Matthew Zongetti and Corey Berg, were trapped for 22 minutes last week in an avalanche on a popular ski slope in Taos, New Mexico. Both died.
Everybody that was up there doing probing was emotional. Everybody was crying.
David, as new snow falls on weaker layers of snow, that can create extremely dangerous conditions, especially in the backcountry, and forecasters have issued special avalanche warnings through tonight. David?
All right, Clayton Sandell, our thanks to you. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Zee. And Ginger, I know there were warnings about possible avalanches. Clayton pointing out they continue into tonight, and now you've got your eye on yet another storm.
Another storm headed this time to the Plains, Midwest, and Rockies. I'll get to that, but first, one more dangerous night ahead. You know, the wind chill here in New York City, Hartford, Connecticut, Boston, ugly tonight and dangerous because we actually haven't seen those numbers in those 3 cities be above 0 all day, and we won't tonight. So look 8 below Syracuse, and by tomorrow morning it doesn't rebound much, but we start to see some warming ahead of that next storm, the one that is now in the Rockies. Blizzard warnings in the high plains of Colorado, gusts up to 60 miles per hour possible there. It'll make for a messy commute tomorrow night in Chicago north, especially Milwaukee to Green Bay, northern Michigan. It'll be all rain by the time it reaches us on Wednesday. David.
All right, tracking it for the next several days. Ginger, thank you. Now to the government shutdown tonight, day 31, and the impact is growing. 10% of TSA workers now not on the job. They're not getting paid, and many say they have little money left for gas or other ways to get to work. And workers will soon miss yet another paycheck. President Trump offered what he called a compromise this weekend. He said a temporary reprieve for dreamers brought here as children in exchange for $5.7 billion for his wall. Democrats say open the government now, and then they'll talk about border security. ABC's Steve Osunsami with the workers who are paying the price.
With no end in sight to the government shutdown, this is what they fear at the nation's airports, these ridiculously long security lines in New Orleans today. The TSA now says we're entering uncharted territory, that the closer we get to rent and mortgage payments due on February 1st, the more workers they expect to call in sick, refusing to work security lines for free.
For my position, my wife also is a transportation security officer, so we have lost both our incomes.
On Saturday, 8% of TSA's workforce called in sick. On Sunday, it was 10%, more than 3 times what's normal.
I think probably within 2 to 4 more weeks, we're going to see not only massive disruptions in the airline system in the United States, but maybe a complete shutdown.
In Atlanta, a food bank is trying to help keep these workers on the job even though they're not getting paychecks, delivering 50,000 pounds of food to over 1,000 family members at the TSA.
It's going to help my family by, providing us with a meal, allowing us to be able to stretch the food out, make it, so it can last.
Steve Osunsami has been on this for days now, and the real effects being felt across this country. He's live at Atlanta's Hartsfield International Airport tonight. And Steve, I know the financial burden will only get worse as the government has now already missed the payroll deadline for this second round of paychecks since the shutdown.
That's right, David. For many government workers, this week's paycheck was supposed to come on this Friday, but that's not happening. We talked with one furloughed worker who says that now he and his family are having to reach out to the in-laws. The stories of stretching the dollar are endless. David?
Steve, thank you. President Trump's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, is making news tonight after what he said about the president's discussions about a planned Trump Tower in Moscow right up through Election Day. Is Giuliani now changing that timeline again? Here's ABC's Kira Phillips tonight.
Rudy Giuliani said discussions about building a Trump Tower in Moscow extended all the way to Election Day 2016, even as Donald Trump was insisting he had no dealings with Russia.
Have no business whatsoever with Russia. Have nothing to do with Russia.
I have nothing to do with Russia. I don't have any jobs in Russia. I'm all over the world, but we're not involved in Russia.
The story from Team Trump keeps changing. First, they insisted discussions for the Moscow Tower ended in January 2016. Then they acknowledged the talks lasted through that June, well into the campaign. In an October debate with Hillary Clinton, Trump insisted he had no dealings with Russia.
I don't deal there. I have no businesses there. I have no loans from Russia.
But over the weekend, Giuliani extended the timeline for the Trump Tower Moscow talks yet again.
That they went on throughout 2016, weren't a lot of them, but there were conversations, could be up to as far as October, November.
Later, Giuliani told the New York Times Trump himself told him conversations about the Moscow deal were, quote, going on from the day I announced to the day I won. Tonight, Giuliani's story changing again. The president's lawyer calling his own comments hypothetical and not based on conversations with the president.
And so let's bring in Kira Phillips with us live from Washington tonight. And Kira, we also learned something else here, that Rudy Giuliani also said that President Trump answered special counsel Robert Mueller's written questions about the timing of those discussions about Trump Tower Moscow.
That's right, David. Giuliani didn't reveal the exact timeline the president gave Robert Mueller, but he did say his answers to the written questions, quote, cover until the election. David?
Kira Phillips, as always, great to have you. 2 years into President Trump's term now, a growing list of Democrats tonight who want to take on President Trump in 2020, including 4 women. One a member of the House, the other 3 are senators, Elizabeth Warren, Kirsten Gillibrand, and now California's Kamala Harris revealing she's running. She revealed it on Good Morning America.
I am running for president of the United States. Well, first of all, let me just say I love my country. I love my country. And this is a moment in time that I feel a sense of responsibility to stand up and fight for the best of who we are.
Senator Harris will hold her first campaign event on Friday in South Carolina. Then she'll visit Iowa on Monday. Overseas tonight, a new attack on U.S. forces in Syria. ISIS is taking responsibility for a suicide car bombing on a convoy of U.S. and Kurdish troops. No U.S. forces reportedly injured. It comes just days after 4 Americans were killed in another ISIS attack in Syria. President Trump was at Dover Air Force Base when their remains were brought home this weekend. Back here now, and to that confrontation igniting outrage. Teenagers wearing Make America Great Again hats, face to face with a Native American protester, a Vietnam War veteran. And there's new video now raising more questions tonight about what happened right before that moment. It's also disturbing. Here's ABC's Ariel Reshef.
It's the viral encounter that ignited a social media powder keg. Kentucky teens, many wearing Make America Great Again hats, appearing to confront and stare down Native American elder and Vietnam War veteran Nathan Phillips. But now, new footage showing there were other tensions before that incident. The students were first taunted by a group of self-described Black Hebrew Israelites.
Such a future school shooter. That's right.
The teens respond by chanting their school letters. Nathan Phillips approaches, claiming he was trying to defuse the tension, beating his drum as he stands in front of student Nick Sandman. Sandman,